been a long day. But this wine is saving the day. This wine. This is, how do I put this? You know, there's a lot of wines that are mentioned in hushed whispers and tones. And usually these wines are like a Allemand Cornas or a, you know, Chateau de Tours or, you know, some kind of BSE, Laflèvre, whatever. And, you know, these wines that are like, have you had, and what's crazy is when there's a $20 wine that kind of works in the same wavelength amongst great wine cognoscenti. And this is that wine. We have it for the first time in forever. The Gord Chalet, Cotes du Rhone, La Vigneronne. This is, and you haven't heard of it for a reason, because anybody that was like in the restaurant trade, etc., worth their weight, already sucked this wine up every year forever. This is the first year that us, Wine Exchange, one of the top independent retailers in America, had a shot at this wine. And when we had a shot, we took it. And when we opened the bottle and tasted it, we're like, damn, it's the best Cotes du Rhone we've had this year. They're right. The hushed whispers, the tones, the murmurs, it's all right. Rewind. Gord Chalet is arguably producing some of the greatest wines in Gigondas right now. Part of a new holy trinity in Gigondas that we are loving. Domaine de Chiron, Santa Duc with Gras kid, the work he's doing, and the work that's happening now at Gord Chalet. These are 3 estates that are making transcendental Gigondas. They're not buying into the Chateauneuf thing. These guys are creating their own space to work in, their own mojo, their own mantra for Gigondas moving forward. And that mantra is very different than Chateauneuf. It's a more Burgundian spin on Grenache. These guys have these wonderful terroirs heading up to the Dentelle de Montmirail, and they're producing profound wines that aren't the biggest wines, but so informed, so complex, so layered. It's a new dawn, you know, it's a new era in Gigondas. And Gord Chalet, they're taking that approach and running it down the line with all their wines. The Vigneronne is a Cotes du Rhone, but not really a Cotes du Rhone. A huge chunk of this wine is actually Vaqueras. And for some reason, they choose not to make a Vaqueras, which they could, but instead, they blend their Vaqueras with a small percentage of Cotes du Rhone vineyards that they own, and they make Vigneronne. 90% Grenache, all super conscientiously made, organics, this, that, etc., all the bells and whistles, you think about it. Anything that would make you buy this wine because you think it's cool, they do. Does that make any sense? Which is a bunch of nothing. Simplicity. Getting back to the vineyard. Getting back to the heart, core, and soul of the vineyard. 90 Grenache, 10 other. I don't know offhand. But if you got 90% old vine Grenache from this terroir with these guys making it, you know it's going to be just fine. I'm getting excited just tasting it again. I already tasted it once before, and I'm like, cool, I just opened this. This is cool. Next level. Next level. This is not Cotes du Rhone as you would consider Cotes du Rhone. Easy, tanky, fruit forward, simple, basic but yummy, bistro-y. This is next level. In what way? I don't know, it's almost like a junior Gour de Moutane, which that's super esoteric, but look up Gour de Moutane, Gourtdemauten's. They're like, he's like the cold, he's like the Quintarelli or Rias of Rostow, you know, in the Rhone Valley. And this is almost moving this direction. It's almost floral. It's floral, it's blue, it's full of soul. Great richness. You know, 22 is a good vintage. 22, easily 20 in quality. 19-ish, heading towards 19-ish. Warm year, but the wines have just wonderful cut and precision in context of the hot year. This is not porty, it's not rich, it's vibrant, it's full of energy. It is layered, which there are some Cotes du Rhone that do this, right? Like Clos de Caillou's Reserve, which isn't really Cotes du Rhone, it's Chateauneuf du Pape. It just got left off the label back in the days. That's Chateauneuf. But there's a host of Cotes du Rhone that kind of deliver this level of complexity and flavor interest, but there's not a lot of them. And the top ones tend to sell for Chateauneuf and or Gigondas prices. And here we're in a situation where this is a Cotes du Rhone that delivers that level of excellence at Cotes du Rhone price. Absolutely exquisite. If you're not familiar with the wines of Gord Chalet, you should get familiar with them really quick. They're doing some of the best work in the Rhone Valley. Absolutely exquisite wine. 20 bucks. Kidding me? I'm so tickled to have a shot of this wine this year. You guys should jump on this. Serious, beautiful, soulful wine. Great price.